Hi, I'm joined by Eric Handa, the co-founder and CEO of APTelecom. We're here today for APTelecom's monthly expert video series. Eric, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks, Matt. It's good to see you and good to be back here in New York City in the summer.
Well, look, all the news that's taking up headlines over the past few weeks has been around the Brexit news out of the UK. Why don't we use that as a starting point? First off, how has the Brexit news impacted in your space, both Subsea and the telecom industry as a whole, since it first was announced?
Well, Brexit certainly was a surprise vote that the United Kingdom was leaving the European Union, and it's created a lot of uncertainty in the financial markets. So for APTelecom's clients that are in the process of raising capital, rates have fluctuated out of Europe and particularly London. The other trend that we certainly see, it's very recent, it's early days and the dust may settle, but Brexit is certainly seeing the pound, the British pound sterling, lose almost 25-30% of its value relative to the dollar. I think it's at a 32-year low at this point. So those are some of the immediate impacts of Brexit, and we're following it very closely.
And Eric, when you look at specific trends, I guess what are some of the specific trends that your team at APTelecom are following as it relates to Brexit?
Well, APTelecom, we always bill in American dollars and US dollars. We do have a fairly large client in the United Kingdom. That's a CLEC, a competitive local exchange carrier. Certainly the ability for British telecom operators to have the same level of purchasing power is impaired by the Brexit vote. They do not have the same purchasing power for their CapEx, their capital expenditure, by the mere fact that the value of the purchasing power is depreciated because of the pound losing its value to the dollar and other major currencies around the world.
Sure. And if you had your crystal ball and could look into the future, any predictions for how this Brexit news is going to impact the telecom space and really the global emerging markets economy as a whole?
Well, I'd say that it's certainly early days. Britain as a source of telecom global growth really wasn't there prior to the Brexit vote. They were head of the pack in terms of funding and financing subsea builds. Yet it's still an important component. So we're following it very closely, and I think the uncertainty that's thrown into the market, we have issues here in the United States as well with the presidential election coming up in November, how that's going to play out, and how that's really going to affect the ability to raise financing, whether it be debt capital or equity capital. Sure. So time will tell, and we can talk about it maybe in the autumn period.
Let's put a date on the calendar for October and see where we're at then.
Yeah, we'll see where we sit. Yeah. So.
Well, Eric, thanks very much for joining us today. Appreciate it. Eric Handa, co-founder and CEO of APTelecom.
Thanks, Matt.
You got it.